Hello everyone, it's Scott, and I'm back with big Magic the Gathering news for 2025. So obviously the big news right now is the release in a few weeks of Foundations, and as we saw at a panel this past weekend at MagicCon Las Vegas, we had a lot of additional information about 2025, including the set release schedule. So let's take a look at that to begin with. So the first thing is, our first set of the year is actually going to be the Innistrad set. That'll be coming out in late January, Innistrad Remastered. And now, so we're going to have actually 7 sets released in 2025. So the first official standard set for 2025 is going to be Aether Drift, and we'll see the pre-release for that on February 7th. And the official release date will be February 14th. And this is a set that's built around the concept of a death race. Obviously, we've got the Omen Paths that connect worlds, and we're going to have a race through worlds. And the ultimate winner of this race gets a spark. And Chandra is running the race in hopes of winning a spark for Nissa. Our next set release is going to be Tarkir Dragonstorm, and that's going to happen on April 11th, with the pre-release coming on April 4th. And this is going to feature Ugin as the main character in the set. And this is going to combine the worlds that we saw in the original Tarkir block. So the Khans will be back, the Dragons will be back, Sarkhan will be back as a Despark Planeswalker. And that's going to be a very interesting set that we're going to see come April. Our next set is going to be Final Fantasy, and that's going to be out in June of 2025, with a pre-release happening on June 6th, and then the full release happening on June 13th. And the big change that we're seeing because of the new release schedule is all of the Universes Beyond sets are going to be standard legal. So Final Fantasy will be legal, Spider-Man will be legal, and all future Universes Beyond sets are going to be standard legal. And based on the panel's discussion, they have powered down these sets, hopefully, so that we don't see, broken cards like the One Ring, really warping a format like it has Modern over the last several years. Then our third official Magic the Gathering set of the year that's not Universes Beyond is Edge of Eternities. And we'll see the pre-release for this at the end of July and August 1st as the official release date. And this is going to feature Tezzeret. And this is a space battle set. So we're going to see Tezzeret in space. And we're seeing the Edge of Eternities, meaning the edge of the Blind Eternities, where these events are going to take place. They didn't tell us a lot about the set, so hopefully we'll get more over the next few months to give us an idea of what they're planning for Edge of Eternities. And then the big set release of the year, the 10-post release of the year, in many ways, is going to be Marvel's Spider-Man. And I'm going to assume that somewhere in September we'll see the Spider-Man set come out. We didn't get an official release date as of the panel on Friday, but it's a big, big deal that this is going to happen for us, because Spider-Man is going to be standard legal, and that is going to have, obviously, an very interesting twist on the standard format, having all these Marvel sets standard legal. And then at the end of the year, in a to be determined, is another Universes Beyond set that we did not get named at the panel. And I'm going to assume that's going to be a November, December type release, maybe somewhere around Thanksgiving time, kind of where we're seeing Foundations being released is where I would expect that set to be released. Now, a couple of other important things that they said at this panel is, again, all sets going forward are going to be legal in all constructed formats. So all of our Universes Beyond sets are going to be legal. And then beginning in 2027, rotation will occur in January. So what this means for us is that this year we'll have normal rotation, and then the next rotation will not happen until January of 2027. So what this means is the Eldraine set that came out in late 2023 and the Ixalan set that came out in late 2023, those sets are going to be standard legal until January of 2027. So big changes, and what we're going to see is the largest standard we've ever seen because of that. And also just looking at the release schedule, we're going to have more cards in standard than we've ever had before, because based on the normal 270 or so cards per set, we're going to have, over 1,600 cards released every year, closer to the 1,700 cards released per year, and that is going to have a really significant impact on standard, because when we're getting that large, we're going to see probably a little bit more diversity among the decks that we're going to see. It'll be very interesting to see how that affects standard overall with that many sets out there. And the final thing that they announced at the panel at MagicCon Las Vegas is that we're going to see the return of MSRP, or manufacturer suggested retail price, is going to be returning for all Magic the Gathering products, beginning with Foundations. And that will, I think, help us out a lot to know kind of what we should be expecting for price, because I know in the community there has been a lot of grumbling about the fact that there really isn't a set price for things, and stores are setting prices based on really kind of what they're paying for things, and a lot of times the middleman in this, the distributors, they may be jacking up prices, and that affects our local game stores. So hopefully this will help get everything back in line, where it's a lot easier to know what things should cost when we're going to buy Magic the Gathering products. And thanks for staying to the end of the video. And remember to like and subscribe to get further content like this throughout the coming years as we continue to build our channel with previews and Magic the Gathering standard videos. Thanks for staying again to the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one.